Okay, let's get back out to the city of South Houston. We're going to listen into an update from authorities there on this officer-involved shooting.
The driver refused to stop, led them on a low-speed chase for about 10 minutes, out of South Houston and into Houston, and then back into South Houston. And the driver pulled into an address here at 515, and officers attempted to do a felony stop, told him to show his hands several times. He refused. Two officers approached the vehicle, and the officer on the passenger side noticed that the driver had a shotgun and yelled that he's got a shotgun, and then the driver shot the officer in the head with the shotgun, and officers returned fire. And
you said that officer that was shot was taken to the hospital. Can you kind of give us an update on?
Yeah, he was taken to the hospital. He's in stable condition in ICU after some surgery, but I think he's going to be fine. But I don't know who said it was minor injuries, and I don't know who would consider that a minor injury.
I was going to say, even though he's in the ICU, to be in stable condition after being shot in the head is miraculous.
It is miraculous. But he's a big guy, you know.
I understand that you're not releasing that officer's name. Can you give us any information about how many years this person has served on the force, anything like that?
You know what? I should have found that out because I could have, but I know he's been here about 5 or 6.
A number of years. You said that this...
I was at his graduation. I think it was about 5 or 6 years ago.
And you said this car is registered to this home. Can you talk a little bit
This
about
car is registered to this address.
Do you know anything about the driver?
I don't know his name. Up to this point, he hasn't been positively identified. He's got some pretty extensive injuries. Possibly self-inflicted.
I know that was one of the follow-up questions that was asked, is that there was return fire, but that may not have been what killed him.
There was return fire, yes. 2 officers returned fire.
But the suspect has self-inflicted, possibly has self-inflicted wounds.
The officers returned fire with pistols, and his injuries reflected more, looked more like it was done with a 12-gauge shotgun.
Captain, how big is your force? How many guys you got?
32.
32? And your guy in the hospital, good guy? I mean, hard-working guy, obviously. Can you tell us what you know about personally? I mean,
about what?
About your officer in the hospital. Is he a good guy? I mean,
yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's a young guy. I think it was 5 or 6 years ago when he came to work for us, and he's been a good officer. He's a great big guy, but real friendly, just like a gentle giant, you know. Never had any problems with him, or no complaints on him. He's a good officer. You know, we have lots of good officers.
Something like this really just South Houston as being a small.
It's a small town. We try to keep it kind of small town, you know, and because we have so few officers, 32, we can be selective about who we hire. We don't have to just cast a net and drag a bunch of people in, and so we can pick and choose who we hire.
As for the other officer that was on the driver's side, is that officer okay? Any injuries at all?
Yes, I mean, it's a pretty traumatic event, but they're going to be off for the next few days, and when I leave here, I'm going to call the doctor's office and see if I can get them into it.
Victim, adult male, any other descriptors that you guys
It's adult male, adult male, possibly Hispanic.
Know how long possibly you guys will be out here? I know investigators have been out here for several hours, really combing through everything.
If I had to guess, I would say we'd be out here another 3 hours. We have to, I don't know if the medical examiner's office is done yet,
Yeah, they're
but
still here.
once they're done, we have to clean up our mess and then get the vehicle into our storage.
For people that don't know, can you describe what a slow speed chase is?
A low speed chase? Well, he's not exactly trying to get away, he's just not wanting to stop. Okay, he's not, the speed's never reached above, say, 45 miles an hour. And he just didn't want to stop. He wasn't trying to get away. He just follow me.
One of the other things you mentioned is that an investigation of this magnitude, this intense of a situation, isn't something that your department is dealing with every day, right? This is pretty big.
Well, I mean, it's big. We don't have officer-involved shootings every day, but we have them from time to time. But it's our officer getting shot in the head that's a big deal to us. Yeah.
Is there anything else you wanted to add?
Oh man,
Thank you so much. We
Appreciate
appreciate
your
your
I wish I had more to give you.
We appreciate you
that was
giving
great.
us that information.
Yeah.
Okay.
We really do.
Okay, great. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Kevin.
You
Appreciate it,
betcha.
sir.
We learned a lot from the city of South Houston. A small 16,000 people or so there, about 32 officers. He said it is miraculous that the officer is in stable condition after being shot in the head. And now we know from that interview, undergoing some surgery after this happened.
And he's out of surgery, now said to be in stable condition. So some good news about that officer's condition, also confirming that the suspect in this case was shot and killed. Some of those shots may have come from his own gun that he had, apparently some sort of a 12-gauge shotgun. Officers also returned fire, and of course they were using traditional police handguns. That suspect has not yet been identified, and so we are waiting on that information. Certainly a big breaking story there happening in the city of South Houston.